reporting. Well, small businesses, of course, have applied now for lots of those loans under the PPP. Nearly 2/3 of the allotted $350 billion from the government's Paycheck Protection Program have now been applied for. Kate Rogers joins us now with a look at the numbers. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Tyler. Well, as of this afternoon, a senior administration official said that 925,000 loans have been assigned those E-Tran numbers from the SBA for a value of more than $225 billion. That means, as you said, some 2/3 of the $350 billion in funding has been committed to these businesses. Now, data from Deloitte show that the average loan size for small business owners applying for PPP loans is about $75,000. And the National Federation of Independent Business says that 70% of its membership has tried to apply for the loan with varying degrees of success. Now, we're starting to hear from more business owners who are moving along in the process. 4 so far have been funded, 3 from community banks and credit unions, 1 from Chase. Others are still in queues waiting to hear from their banks as more and more of these loans do get committed. Loans will also likely start getting into the hands of business owners very soon, particularly those with E-Tran numbers. Treasury guidance does state that the lender has to make the first disbursement no later than 10 calendar days of the loan approval. Once again, though, we continue to ask how many of these small business owners have actually gotten the loans, what the disbursement figures look like, and we're told not yet available. We will certainly let you know when we find out.
All right, Kate, thank you very much. Kate Rogers reporting. Our next guest owns a car dealership out in Utah. His business has already received a PPP loan, and he says he was shocked at how quickly the funds arrived. For more, let's welcome Jason Olsen. He's the president and CEO of Prestman Auto in Salt Lake City, Utah. Jason, it's good to have you with us. We appreciate your time today. How much did you apply for? How much did you get? And how long did it take?
So we applied last Saturday when the application went live through our bank, Mountain America Credit Union. We sat around all day waiting for that thing to go live to make sure we could get in the queue. But we, took our average payroll like we could by 2.5 to apply for the loan. They did fund by Tuesday afternoon. I received a call that it was approved and funded by Tuesday afternoon. So we were shocked not only to hear the approval so quickly, but also the funding that hit the account. So we were really grateful for what the credit union had done for us. So,
did you find the process in any? And we've heard some people who say it's easy, and some people who say it is anything but easy. I gather you found the process fairly simple and routine.
Yeah, what was frustrating was, we've been following a lot of different guidance out there. Ami Kassar from Multifunding LLC has actually been a huge source of information for us in this process. And at each stage of what was supposed to be required or what we thought would be required was a lot different than what was actually required at the very end of the day. But the good news is what was required was very straightforward and simple compared to what it was assumed to have been prior to the application going live. So it was nice that it was fairly streamlined compared to what the rumor was on the street.
This is not my area of expertise or reporting depth, but from anecdotal reports, we've heard that some businesses feel as though their banks or their lenders are acting like banks, believe it or not, and are actually going in and finding out whether you're creditworthy, are you good for the loan, and applying some of the same hard strictures that they might if you were, let's say, a new customer. Others have said, well, you can't get this unless you have a business checking account with your lender. Did you find any of those things impediments or not?
No, we didn't. Again, though, early on when this was all coming out before the application went live, what I did hear over and over was it would be critical for people to use a bank they have a relationship with, which is why we went with Mountain America. I did think that does make a difference. I think the banking relationship does help expedite that, but they knew us already, so I don't see a lot of the stringent, pre-qualification things in place that maybe a lot of other people might be getting.
Well, we're glad that you found the process doable and that the money hit your account quickly. Let's talk about your business. Are people coming in and buying cars? I see you're an auto dealer. What's foot traffic like? Are you making sales? Can you do them virtually? What's the deal?
Yeah, luckily for the last several years, we've been a digital retailing dealership where we sell a lot of our vehicles online. So we have a digital contracting process that's already in place. So touchless signing, What we did do was pivot immediately to a virtual sales process to try and help people inspect cars, test drive cars over FaceTime, delivery at their house. And so that has enabled us to pivot extremely quick. I do know a lot of dealerships are struggling and are very down right now. We're down probably about 25% overall. But I know most dealerships can be 50 to 80% down in business right now. So it's a tough time for everyone. I think for now, people are still buying, and we're going to hope that keeps up. So,
Well, good for you that you're down only 25%. That really is a wonderful number. I know it's painful nonetheless. I guess it just pays to be nimble. Jason Olsen, thanks very much for your time today.
perfect. Thank you.
Kelly?
Okay, Tyler, thanks so
Over
much.
to you, Kel.
Let's talk a little bit about the impact now the coronavirus is having on state governments. State